First react we got. Hold on, man. Let me fix my mic, man. It's kind of disturbing me. All right, we got driver's school was a nightmare by the duck. 280K views 2 years ago. 7.5K likes. I'm trying to get like, bro. Why don't you drop a like on the video too, gang? I'm trying to get like, bro. He got 7.5K likes. Let me get like, bro. Drop a like. And man, let's get straight into it.
Ed. It's gotta be one of the most painful experiences I've been through. And learning how to drive, forget it, man. It took me a long ass time. Like, bro, you would think I had like 3 DUI charges the way I was whipping the vehicle. So first off, we'll start with the driver's ed class. So you had to complete this class to be eligible to take the permit test, which a lot of you get.
I ain't gonna lie, now that I'm actually thinking about driving school, bro. When I took my driving school, bro, and yes, I know it may not look like it, I may look pretty young, but I actually did do my driving test, my driving school. And when I did it, I had the worst teacher of all time. Don't get me wrong, she actually taught us some stuff, but bro, she might have been from the underworld. She might have been a deviant from the underworld. And the reason why I say this is because she was one of those boy moms. She was one of those weird boy moms. She would just brag about her sons all the time. And bro, I remember when her son actually walked through the classroom, he looked depressed. He had eye bags and everything. It looked like all the energy was sucked out of him. Seriously, he looked like he was exhausted from his mom alone. And I could tell he had nothing else going on in life but this driving school. And I remember, bro, she was always talking about, I don't play this and that. I don't play. I could tell she just ain't had cock in a long time. You could tell when a really old woman had cock in a long time. And she was definitely one of them.
Permit, which lets you drive with anyone with a license. So I walked into this beat-up classroom with one of my friends. We took the class together, so it was a lot less painful. And guess how long these classes were? 6 hours a day. Maybe even...
See what I'm saying? No, mine was actually 8 hours out of my day. It was 8 hours. So that's a full school day in one classroom. The only thing that was good about it is that I get to order myself, I had to order myself McDonald's. That was the only good thing. I could eat McDonald's.
7, just 6 hours straight of just sitting there, learning how to drive. And no, these classes were not during the summer. They were during the school year, on the weekend. Saturday, 6-hour class, and then Sunday, another 6-hour class. It was like
me personally, I did mine on Thanksgiving break, but it was 4 days out of my week. I did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I think after Thursday, 2 days after that Thursday, that's when Thanksgiving was.
6 weeks too, bro. I had no free time whatsoever. So I walk into this random beat-up building, and we were wondering, is this the place? And yes, it was. So we walk in, and we had to pay some lady at the front desk for basically hell on earth for 6 weeks. You didn't even know who the hell your teacher was for the week. Or it could be for the day. I'm sure they probably had like a rotation of like 10 people. Like, all right, it's your turn, Barbara. Go teach these little fuckheads how to drive, all right? So yeah, you didn't know who you were getting for the day. They just practically shoved someone in there. Like, you could get an old man, a Karen, a drunk guy, who even knows? There were some pretty wild characters on that list. But the first day, we had a pretty chill teacher. She kind of just went through the material. It was boring as fuck. I mean, I expected that going in. And then lunch came around. Like, it was time for lunch, and they just let us free. Like, we could have just not even come back. But my dumbass actually went back. They didn't even take attendance. I could have just fucking left. But me and my friends went to this gas station. We were so down bad that we were just eating just straight snacks for lunch. Because there was like this gas station nearby that we would just hit up. Because, well, we don't have a car, so we can't really go anywhere. There was like a pizza shop nearby, but it was like a 20-minute walk. But we had to be back in 30 minutes, so we wouldn't even have time to eat it. So what's the point? By the time lunch was over, I was knocked out, bro. I like practically wanted to take a nap on the desk. Like, there was even one time.
Nah, like I said, at my driving school, bro, we had the ability to order our own food, like on DoorDash and stuff. We just had to get it sent to the right address and stuff. But I remember one time I had ordered my McDonald's, and it came in a big bag. Mind you, I didn't even order that much. I think it was like a 10-piece nugget and some fries, man. Just something to get me throughout the day. But it came in this suplex bag. And bro, I walked in with it. They was like, dang, Cam, you ordered the whole McDonald's, didn't you? Mind you, the person who said this was at least 250 pounds, 5'4". I'm so serious. And he had the nerve to tell me I ordered the whole McDonald's. Mind you, he was eating Burger King. He was eating 2 Whoppers from Burger King. But he was worried about what I was eating. Some people, man.
That wasn't the first class, but in one of the classes, the teacher's like, head up, honey. I'm like, huh? I didn't say that, but goddamn, man, I was tired. Like, I couldn't rest my boulder of a head on my arms because I had like a really skinny-ass neck. So after the first day, it was okay. Until one weekend, I was absolutely sick. I had one of those colds where your whole body just ached. I couldn't move. I barely could hear anything, and I was sick as hell. And guess what? This isn't school. This is not, oh, well, you're sick, honey. Because, I mean, come on. I didn't want to make anything up. I went in, and we had this guy, and he sounded like he's been smoking his entire life. Bro had to practically cough up a lung before the lecture. All right, class. Today we're gonna be... going over the driver's education. But yeah, the only thing I remember from this lecture is never stop on the highway. And that's about it, because I could not focus the entire time with that raspy voice. And my cold, like, it was just tough. Then my friend asked a question about the speed lane. And they said, like, what are the benefits of driving in the left lane, the speed lane, whatever? Or would I be better off driving in the right or the middle lane? I'm gonna stop you right there, kid. There's no such thing as the fast lane. Then why are there people driving like 90 miles an hour in that bitch? I'm just saying, would not recommend a new driver to drive in that left lane, but it happens. People are late, people got places to be, people got pregnant women in the car screaming at them, like, or just any injuries. Like, people are in a hurry sometimes, so it's just gonna happen. I don't know why I remember that detail. I just saw people zooming on the highway, so it just never added up to me. Now I wasted 6 to 8 hours in that classroom every day for 6 weeks on the weekends. I was finally ready to take my permit test. We had to like pass some driver's ed test in order to be eligible for the permit test. Once I turned 16 in May, I was ready to hit up the DMV and wait in line for 3 hours. Why is the wait time so ass at DMVs, bro? Like, someone please tell me. What a crazy birthday gift, bro. Oh my god, I was jumping for joy. Nah, but thank God for all the mobile games I had, like Clash Royale and Brawl Stars, bro. I was grinding. Duck, your permit testing room is all set. Okay, I wasn't that nerd. Yeah, the permit test wasn't even that bad. There was some stuff I didn't learn on there, but it was pretty easy. And me and my brother both passed on that day, man. And if one of us failed, man, there was gonna be smoke. With that 3-hour line at the DMV, like, goddamn. And now I was ready to drive like a fucking lunatic for 6 months. And I practiced a bunch with my parents, and they even got me this, like, sort of trainer type of guy. And I had to take driving classes with this guy. So there I was, in a car with an absolute stranger for 3 hours. It was really awkward. But hey, bro showed me the ropes, though, so it was clutch. And I had to even take one at, like, 8 o'clock at night, so there were a lot. But hey, man, we locked in, and I was going off. There were a couple times where bro had to, like, practically, like, fucking slam the brakes. You hear, like, the brakes on the passenger side, and he would just fucking stop the car for me, basically. And there were a couple times bro just took the wheel, like, whoa, buddy. What you doing there? Oh, you're getting a bit too close. Yeah, I probably would do the same thing, too, if I'm being honest. If I was training a bunch of dumbasses on how to drive, I probably would do the same thing. He taught me the whole 9 yards. Parallel parking, 3-point turns, making sure I wasn't doing any rolling stops. Basically, the ropes for the driving test. He was basically preparing me for the test. And we even went to the area of the driving test to do it. And he said if that was the actual test, you would have failed. I'm like, oh, shit. And yeah, I had a lot to learn still. And my test wasn't until November. I kept prepping, driving, practicing for the test. And the day came. The dreaded day. The driver's test. It was literally the day after Thanksgiving. And of course, the family was gassing me up like, good luck on your driving test, buddy. I remember those days. It was a big deal, so of course I had to lock the fuck in. Because, like, what if I went back on Christmas and said, I failed? It's okay, buddy. You'll get them next time. Fucking dumbass. Like, what kind of a disappointment would I be, man? So me and Birdie are there, sitting down. Birdie, we're ready. And then immediately after Birdie left, the thought in the back of my head, oh shit, what if he passes and I fail? Bro, I would look like an embarrassment to the family. So I'm like, okay, we really gotta lock the fuck in. So he gets back, he passes, and it's my turn. Yeah, I was sweating buckets. But yeah, once we left the parking lot and got going, I was getting a little bit warmed up. I literally almost forgot the signal to turn, which would have been hella embarrassing. I don't know if that's a fail
I
or...
did not take my driving test yet, and I'm not gonna lie, every time I think about it, I get nervous, because they said I'm actually gonna be able to drive on the highway. Because apparently my parents got me the premium driving package. And that gives me the ability to drive on the freeway or the highway. And honestly, I'm scared for my life. Because not only is my life in my hands, but the driving teacher's life is in my hands. And even though I don't really like my driving teacher, she still has a kid. She has kids. She has a husband. So man, it scares me, truly.
Or deduction, but who even knows? We go in this random neighborhood, and it's time to do the 3-point turn. The big moment. Do not hit that motherfucking curb, or else you will fail, or run over it. I don't know which one was the automatic fail, but I remember being told that, so I'm like, alright, let's not hit the curb. Like, there's probably, like, some guy watching me, like, what the hell is this guy doing? Hey, Barbara, we got a drunk driver in the neighborhood. Oh, good heavens. Somebody call the police. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but imagine, though. So I did it. I was going for the 3-point turn, and we did it. Holy shit, the 3-point turn is over. Alright, now we're going to the rotary. The rotary. I'm trying to memorize what happened. Anyways, we're at the rotary, and we have to take what is called a J turn. Yeah, y'all probably never heard of that shit. It's basically like a U-turn, but it's in the shape of a J. And we had to do this J turn to turn around and go back to the driving site. And yeah, again, I almost went into the wrong lane, but I ended up getting into the right one. And the guy, he was actually just gassing me up the whole time. Oh, you're doing great, kid. Hey, get a load of this kid. He was a go. But anyways, we get back, and
He was probably scared for his life. He probably was scared for his life. That's probably why he was gassing you up so much.
At my license. A shitty piece of paper that was a temporary license until my real one actually came into the mail. Learning how to drive, it was really a pain in the ass, but I want to thank my parents, the one smoker at driver's ed, and the one guy that I spent like 2 to 3 hours a day driving in his car. This was awesome. This was an awesome journey. Go watch this video on end screen.
Hey man, W React, man. Goodness, man. They just forcing these ads on me.
Love Roblox?
No.